and welcome to this thing that I do on the internet. First and foremost, I wanted to apologize for not uploading anything on Monday or Wednesday. I've been sick with actually two different things this week because if it's not one thing, it's the other. I'm feeling better now, but it got me thinking, how do you make yourself feel better? Because sometimes there's just no way and you gotta wait it out. But there are definitely some tips and tricks that I've learned to make yourself feel better mentally and also physically. So I thought that I would share those with you guys right now because I'm kind of an expert at feeling like shit. Put on glasses, you're an expert. That's how that works. My first tip is actually the most important thing that I have learned in my 20 years on this earth, and that is to shower. And I know that for some of you, you might shower every day. Great, congratulations. If you're like me and you get sad a lot or you get sick, you just want to sit around in your own filth and feel sorry for yourself. That's not gonna make you feel better. I know, because I've tried. Here are some ways to make your showers more interesting. Pretend that you're Adele performing at the Grammys. Pretend that you just won a Nobel Peace Prize and you're giving a speech. Nobody's gonna hear you, you're in the shower. Nobody's gonna even know that you do that unless you make a YouTube video where you talk about it. If you're mad at someone, act out an argument. Think of all the horrible things that you could say to them that you'd never say to their face, but you can say it in the shower and it's kind of cathartic. Or my personal favorite is if you're really, really sad, just go for it. Just cry in the shower. When you are depressed or super sick, you don't want to think about showering because it's exhausting and it's taxing and it's the last thing that you want to do. But if you make that your #1 mission for today, I can guarantee you're gonna feel a tiny bit better. And sometimes a tiny bit is all you're gonna get, but that's better than no bit. Number 2, distracting yourself. Because when you are in physical pain or mental pain or both, which was my situation this week, the last thing you want to do is be focusing on that pain because the only thing that's going to do is make it worse. And while distraction is a great way to get on track to feeling better, I feel like I have to tell you a story about the dark sides of distraction. This week, I got really into Grand Theft Auto. I got a little too consumed by it. I let the distraction become my life. I was doing a heist with my friend. We had almost finished the entire thing, and then he jumped out of the fucking airplane 2 seconds before we were gonna finish, and he died, and we failed. I ended up crying in the shower about that one. Yep, I put so much weight on this distraction. I made the distraction my everything, to the point where I wasn't crying about Grand Theft Auto. I was crying because the one thing that I put all my energy into and the one thing that was distracting me finally wasn't distracting me anymore. I think a really important thing to remember is just everything in moderation. You don't want to be like me and crying in the shower because of a video game. But like, seriously, Jared? Why'd you jump out of the airplane? Why'd you do it, man? Why'd you do it? Number 3, and this is probably my favorite technique that I've learned, buy shit. To quote my favorite television show, Parks and Recreation, treat yourself. Treat yourself to whatever the fuck you want because you feel like shit and you deserve not to feel like shit. If you're like me and you're super broke and also really forgetful, you might still have gift cards left over from Christmas, which I used to buy myself some comic books. And it sounds dumb and silly that a $2 comic could cheer me up that much, but sometimes it's just the act of treating yourself to something nice, buying something for yourself, being kind to yourself. Focus on yourself, fuck what other people think. If you need to buy a comic book to make yourself feel a tiny bit less depressed, fucking go for it because you're awesome and you deserve it. So that's my 3rd tip. Buy stuff. Treat yourself. Buying stuff and treating yourself to something nice is kind of a superficial way of making yourself feel better. But number 4 is the opposite, and that is talk to someone. Find someone who's gonna listen to you, who isn't going to invalidate your feelings. If you're physically sick, this could be as simple as complaining to your parents about how shitty you feel. If you feel mentally sad and this sadness won't go away, maybe you need to find a therapist. Maybe you have a friend that's been through something similar that can talk you through it or at least be there and listen to you. Just talk to someone. Don't isolate yourself. Don't ball it up. don't hold it in, because it's just gonna make you feel worse. And then you're gonna end up crying when you fail a mission on Grand Theft Auto, and you're gonna look like an asshole. My final step to feeling better, and I think that it's the most important thing that you can remember for life really, is just to take it one day at a time. Take tiny little baby steps. If all you can do today is shower, that's okay. I think what's so important about feeling better with depression, with physical illness, is just to feel proud of yourself for doing the little things, because they're not easy to do when you feel that way. They're really fucking hard. So if you showered today, if you went outside, if you made a conscious effort to talk to someone or distract yourself, you fucking rock. You did that shit. And every day, it's gonna get easier. That's kind of how baby steps work. Just steps in general. They're going up. Unless you're going down. But go up. What? Take it one day at a time. Take the baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Do what you can handle. Insert some more cliches here. But they're cliches for a fucking reason, because they're fucking true. So I hope that that helps, because those are the steps that I typically take when I get depressed or I get sick. And that's what helped me feel better so that I could give you guys this video today. Yeah, I hope it wasn't a hot mess, because it kind of feels like a hot mess. But hey, it's a step. It's a baby step. I'm getting a video up. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now. So those were my tips and tricks on how to feel better, but I know everybody's different and everyone has different ways of coping. So let me know in the comments below how you make yourself feel better when you're sick, physically or mentally, or both. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and as always, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if I'm not sick. So I will see you guys on Monday. Bye!